The chill wind whispers through the hollow spaces of forgotten dreams, a constant, nagging reminder of what could have been. It's a subtle, almost imperceptible current in the grand ocean of existence, yet its presence defines the shorelines of countless lives. Most drift, carried by this current, accepting its direction, believing it's the only path. They rise with the sun, perform the rituals of their day, and surrender to the tide of routine, never truly questioning the destination. They watch the successful, the audacious, the ones who seem to pluck their desires from the very air, and often, a quiet sigh escapes their lips, a sigh of resignation, of envy, or perhaps of a hope they've long since buried under layers of practicality and perceived limitations. But what if that current isn't destiny, but merely a suggestion? What if the whispers aren't pronouncements, but echoes of your own unignited potential? What if the very fabric of fortune, of achievement, of a life lived on your own terms, isn't a secret held by a chosen few, but a formula, an equation, accessible to any mind bold enough to grasp its variables? This isn't about mere ambition, it's about a primal force, an undeniable hunger that separates the dreamers from the doers, the wishing wells from the gushing springs of manifestation. This is about desire. Not a fleeting wish, not a casual want, but a burning, unyielding, all-consuming desire that reorients your very being, turning your entire existence into a magnetic North Pole, pulling your fortune directly towards you. Think of it. Before the incandescent glow of 1,000 experiments lit up Menlo Park, there was a relentless, feverish desire in Thomas Edison's heart to conquer the darkness. Not just to invent a bulb, but to bring affordable, accessible light to every home, every street, every corner of human endeavor. He didn't wish for it, he demanded it from the universe through sheer force of will, through thousands of failures that were merely discarded blueprints on the path to inevitable success. Each failed filament wasn't a setback, but a data point, an elimination, bringing him closer to the truth. His desire was so potent, so absolute, it transformed the very nature of human existence, proving that an idea, infused with unwavering intent, becomes an irresistible force. Before the sprawling empire of steel and industry, Andrew Carnegie, a poor Scottish immigrant, harbored a desire to build, to connect, to create infrastructure that would literally bind a nation together. He didn't inherit wealth, he forged it from raw ambition and an unshakable belief in the power of industry. His desire wasn't for money itself, but for the power that money could leverage to realize his grand visions, to shape the landscape of a burgeoning America. He understood that prosperity wasn't an accident, it was the inevitable byproduct of a focused mind, a determined spirit, and a desire so fierce it could melt iron. And what about the whimsical mouse that became a global icon, the sprawling kingdom of imagination that sprung from an orange grove in Anaheim? Walt Disney didn't simply want to entertain, he possessed an insatiable desire to bring wonder to life, to transport millions into realms of joy and fantasy. He faced bankruptcy, ridicule, countless rejections. Yet, his desire for that magical connection with an audience burned brighter than any doubt. It was this unyielding desire that fueled his imagination, that pushed him to innovate, to animate dreams into reality. Transforming a cartoon character into a cultural phenomenon and a theme park into a living embodiment of joy. These weren't ordinary men with ordinary dreams. They were alchemists of aspiration, individuals who understood that the first, most critical component of the desire equation is not strategy, not networking, not even talent, but the absolute certainty of purpose, the white-hot intensity of a definite major purpose fueled by an emotional charge so profound it becomes magnetic. This isn't a casual preference. It's a deep, burning conviction, a relentless ache that demands fulfillment, a knowing in your gut that this specific thing, this particular outcome, is not just something you want, but something you must have, something you are destined to achieve. This level of desire is a fire in the belly, a compass in the soul. It doesn't permit doubt to linger, doesn't allow procrastination to take root. It's the engine that drives every subsequent step, every calculated risk, every sleepless night. Without it, you're merely drifting, a ship without a rudder, at the mercy of every passing current. With it, you become an unstoppable force, a torpedo aimed directly at your target, propelled by an internal combustion of pure, unadulterated yearning. Many claim to desire success, wealth, or fulfillment. But examine their actions, their daily habits, their commitment when faced with adversity. Do their efforts match the intensity of their proclaimed desires? Often, they do not. That's because what they feel is a wish, a hope, a preference, not the unyielding, all-consuming desire that Hill spoke of, the kind that transforms itself into an obsession. A fixation that permeates every thought, every conversation, every decision. This isn't about being irrational, it's about being unconditionally committed. Consider the single most important decision you can make in your life, the decision to define, with absolute clarity, what you truly, unequivocally desire. Not what society tells you to want, not what your parents expected, not what your peers admire, but what ignites a fire deep within your own core. This is your definite major purpose. It must be specific, tangible, and imbued with emotion. It's not enough to say, I want to be rich. How rich? By when? What will that wealth allow you to do? What does it feel like to possess it? The more precisely you articulate this definite major purpose, the more powerfully you activate the desire equation. It's like tuning a radio to a specific frequency, the clearer the signal, the more distinct the reception. This clarity then becomes the bedrock upon which your entire mental architecture is built. Without it, your mind is a chaotic marketplace of conflicting thoughts and fleeting impulses. With it, every thought, every idea, every external stimulus is filtered through the lens of your definite major purpose. Does it align? Does it serve your desire? If not, it's discarded, a distraction on the path. This selective filtering is crucial, for your mind, like a fertile garden, will produce whatever seeds you plant and cultivate. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and indecision, that's the harvest you'll reap. But if you plant the vibrant, potent seeds of your desire, watered by unwavering belief and nourished by relentless action, your garden will yield an abundant harvest. The desire equation doesn't tolerate ambiguity. It thrives on precision. It demands that you not only know what you want, but why you want it, and what you are willing to give in return. Because fortune, in any form, is never given, it is earned. It is a reciprocal transaction with the universe. What sacrifice are you willing to make? What comfort are you willing to relinquish? What long hours are you willing to endure? What knowledge are you willing to acquire? Every great achievement, every monumental fortune, every transformative innovation has come at a cost. And the truly successful understand this implicitly. They embrace the cost, not as a burden, but as an investment, a testament to the depth of their desire. This understanding is the bridge between mere wanting and actual receiving. It's the difference between a wish and a plan. Your desire, once crystallized into a definite major purpose, must then be infused with an unwavering belief. This isn't blind faith, it's a deep, abiding conviction in your own ability to achieve your purpose, a certainty that transcends logical argument and external circumstances. It's the inner knowing that regardless of how improbable it may seem to others, you will achieve it. Consider Abraham Lincoln. His path to the presidency was paved with relentless failure, personal tragedy, and political defeats. Yet, through every loss, every public humiliation, every crushing setback, a deep, unshakable belief in his ultimate destiny, in his capacity to lead and unite a fractured nation, burned within him. His desire was not for personal glory, but for the preservation of the Union, for the soul of America. This belief in his mission, forged in the crucible of adversity, allowed him to rise above circumstance, to persist where lesser men would have crumbled. He understood that belief isn't a static state, it's an active cultivation, a daily reaffirmation, a fortress built against the siege of doubt. This belief is the second critical variable in the desire equation. It's the accelerator pedal, the amplification system for your purpose. Without it, your desire remains a faint whisper; with it, it becomes a resounding roar. How do you cultivate such an unshakable belief? By understanding the power of your own subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is a fertile ground, accepting whatever seeds your conscious mind plants, whether those seeds are positive or negative. It doesn't discriminate. It simply acts on the instructions it receives. If you constantly feed it thoughts of doubt, fear, limitation, and impossibility, it will dutifully produce circumstances that reflect those beliefs. You will find yourself encountering obstacles, attracting setbacks, and confirming your own worst fears. But if you consistently, deliberately, and with emotional intensity, feed it thoughts of achievement, possibility, abundance, and your definite major purpose, your subconscious mind will begin to work tirelessly, day and night, to bring those thoughts into material form. It will guide you towards opportunities, illuminate solutions, and connect you with the resources you need. This isn't mysticism, it's the profound, often untapped, power of focused thought and unwavering conviction. It's the principle behind self-fulfilling prophecies, both positive and negative. The key is autosuggestion, the conscious, deliberate feeding of your subconscious mind with positive, empowering affirmations related to your definite major purpose. This means visualizing your success daily, speaking your desires into existence, writing them down, feeling the emotion of their achievement as if it has already happened. It's a powerful internal dialogue, a constant reprogramming of your inner world to align with your outer aspirations. The more vivid your mental pictures, the more intense your emotional connection to your desired outcome, the more powerfully your subconscious mind will respond. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's about active, intentional mental rehearsal. Imagine a master athlete visualizing every step of a perfect performance before the competition even begins. They don't just see themselves performing, they feel the muscle movements, hear the roar of the crowd, experience the triumph. This mental preparation isn't just about building confidence, it's about priming the nervous system, instructing the body, and aligning the subconscious for peak performance. Your life's performance is no different. Yet, desire and belief are not enough in isolation. They are the engine and the fuel, but without a clear, precise map, you're merely revving in place. This brings us to the third crucial component of the desire equation, clarity of vision. It's one thing to know what you want, it's another to meticulously map out the steps, the strategies, the precise actions required to achieve it. This is where the abstract dream solidifies into a tangible plan. Think of Henry Ford. He didn't just desire to build automobiles, he had a meticulously clear vision of an assembly line, of mass production, of making the automobile accessible to the common man. He didn't just believe it was possible, he envisioned the entire process, from the sourcing of raw materials to the final product rolling off the line. His vision was so precise, so detailed, that even when experts told him his ideas were impossible or impractical, he held firm. He could see the future, not just in his mind's eye, but almost palpably, in every design, every process, every component. This clarity of vision requires more than just a general idea. It demands specifics, deadlines, resources, personnel, skills to acquire, obstacles to overcome, and the precise daily actions that move you closer to your goal. It's about breaking down your monumental definite major purpose into manageable, actionable steps. If your goal is to build a skyscraper, you don't just start laying bricks randomly. You create blueprints, detailed architectural plans, engineering specifications, and a precise construction schedule. Each step is meticulously planned, each phase clearly defined. Your life's grand project deserves the same level of architectural precision. What are the milestones? What are the immediate next steps? What knowledge do you need to acquire? What skills do you need to develop? Who do you need to connect with? This detailed plan acts as your personal GPS, guiding you through the inevitable detours and challenges. Without it, you're navigating blind, susceptible to every distraction and every gust of uncertainty. This detailed planning isn't a one-time event, it's an ongoing process of refinement and adaptation. As you take action, as you gather new information, as circumstances evolve, your plan may need adjustments. But the core definite major purpose remains constant, an unwavering beacon guiding your efforts. This dynamic flexibility within a fixed purpose is a hallmark of truly successful individuals. They are adaptable in their methods but immovable in their ultimate aim. The fourth indispensable element in the desire equation is persistence. This is where most dreams die. The initial surge of desire is powerful, the conviction of belief can be intoxicating, and the elegance of a clear plan can be inspiring. But the journey to any significant achievement is rarely a straight line. It's often fraught with setbacks, rejections, criticisms, and moments of profound doubt. This is precisely when persistence, the unwavering commitment to continue despite all odds, becomes the ultimate differentiator. Think of Colonel Sanders. He started KFC when he was in his 60s, after a lifetime of failed ventures and false starts. He drove across the country, sleeping in his car, pitching his fried chicken recipe to countless restaurant owners, only to be rejected over 1,000 times. 1,000 rejections. Imagine the psychological toll, the temptation to quit, to succumb to the rational advice of friends and family to simply retire. Yet, his desire to share his unique recipe, his belief in its deliciousness, and his clear vision of a franchise empire fueled an indomitable persistence. He didn't just keep going, he kept going with an almost insane level of conviction, until he found that single yes that opened the door to a global phenomenon. This isn't just about tenacity, it's about understanding that every no, every setback, every apparent failure, is merely a test of your desire. It's the universe probing the depth of your commitment. Are you truly serious? How badly do you want this? The universe, in its infinite wisdom, often places obstacles in your path, not to thwart you, but to strengthen your resolve, to force you to dig deeper, to uncover resources and ingenuity you never knew you possessed. Each obstacle overcome builds mental muscle, fortifies your spirit, and brings you closer to an unshakable inner knowing that you are capable of anything. Persistence means refusing to accept defeat as a final verdict. It means learning from mistakes, adapting your approach, and never, ever giving up on your definite major purpose. It means developing an indomitable spirit, a resilience that bounces back stronger from every blow. It's the refusal to be defined by your circumstances, but rather to define your circumstances through the sheer force of your will. This is the difference between those who merely dabble in ambition and those who truly etch their names into the annals of achievement. They simply refuse to quit. But persistence isn't simply brute force. It must be intelligent, adaptable, and coupled with a relentless learning orientation. The world is in constant flux, information is abundant, and the landscape of opportunity shifts daily. Those who cling rigidly to outdated methods, who refuse to learn new skills, or who are unwilling to adapt their strategies, will inevitably be left behind, regardless of their initial desire or belief. Consider the evolution of industries, from the horse and buggy to the automobile, from the telegraph to the internet. Those who resisted change, who refused to learn and adapt, vanished. Those who embraced innovation, who were perpetual students of their craft and their market, not only survived but thrived. This is why continuous learning is the fifth vital ingredient in the desire equation. It's the fuel for intelligent persistence. This means cultivating a ravenous appetite for knowledge related to your definite major purpose. Read voraciously, seek out mentors, attend workshops, analyze your failures, and constantly experiment. The more you learn, the more insights you gain, the more effective your actions become. This isn't about accumulating facts for their own sake, it's about acquiring actionable knowledge that directly informs and improves your pursuit. Think of the scientific method: hypothesis, experimentation, observation, analysis, refinement. This iterative process of learning and adaptation is not just for laboratories, it's the optimal approach to achieving any significant goal. Every action is an experiment, every outcome a data point, every mistake an invaluable lesson. Embrace feedback, both positive and negative, as invaluable information. This allows you to constantly refine your strategies, eliminate what doesn't work, and amplify what does. This commitment to continuous learning is a direct antidote to stagnation and complacency. It ensures that your persistence is not blind, but informed, strategic, and constantly evolving. It transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth, and setbacks into catalysts for innovation. It's the difference between beating your head against a wall and finding the door you never knew existed. The sixth, often overlooked, but profoundly powerful component of the desire equation is the mastermind alliance. Napoleon Hill emphasized this concept as paramount, recognizing that no significant achievement is truly solitary. Every towering success, every transformative innovation, every monumental fortune, has been the result of collaboration, of individuals pooling their knowledge, skills, and energies towards a common objective. A mastermind alliance is not just any group of people, it's a harmonious coordination of two or more individuals who unite for the attainment of a definite purpose. The synergy created within such an alliance is exponential. When minds align, when diverse perspectives converge on a single problem, when complementary skills are brought to bear, the collective intelligence far surpasses the sum of individual intelligences. It's like connecting multiple batteries in series, multiplying the power output. Think of the legendary collaboration between Henry Ford and his top engineers and production managers, or the creative synergy between Walt Disney and his animators, storytellers, and imaginers. These weren't just teams, they were mastermind alliances, individuals with shared desire and definite major purpose, mutually supporting, challenging, and inspiring one another. Each brought a unique brilliance to the table, and together, they achieved what none could have accomplished alone. Building your mastermind alliance requires careful thought. Who possesses the knowledge, skills, or connections that complement your own? Who shares your vision, your ethics, your relentless drive? Who can offer constructive criticism without undermining your spirit? Who will hold you accountable, celebrate your wins, and support you through your inevitable challenges? It's about surrounding yourself with individuals who elevate your thinking, expand your possibilities, and actively contribute to your success. This alliance isn't just about external resources. It's also about the intangible benefits, the shared energy, the intellectual cross-pollination, the collective problem-solving, and the powerful sense of mutual accountability. When you know others are counting on you, when you are part of something larger than yourself, your commitment deepens, your persistence strengthens, and your belief becomes unshakable. This collective energy acts as a powerful amplifier for your individual desire. The seventh and perhaps most subtle, yet foundational, element of the desire equation is organized effort through a practical plan of action. This is where the intangible forces of desire, belief, clarity, and persistence are translated into the concrete reality of daily execution. It's the meticulous structuring of your time, resources, and energy to ensure that every single day, you are moving demonstrably closer to your definite major purpose. Many people have grand aspirations, and even genuine desire, but they lack the discipline to translate that desire into consistent, deliberate action. They mistake activity for productivity, and busyness for progress. An organized effort means having a detailed, written plan for each day, week, and month, outlining specific tasks and deadlines. It means prioritizing ruthlessly, eliminating distractions, and focusing on the activities that yield the highest return on your effort. Consider the meticulous daily routines of highly successful individuals throughout history. Benjamin Franklin, known for his relentless pursuit of self-improvement and his vast contributions to science, politics, and literature, famously structured his day with precision. Allocating specific times for work, reflection, learning, and rest. His life was a testament to the power of organized effort, turning limited hours into monumental achievements. This isn't about stifling spontaneity, it's about creating a framework that liberates your energy and ensures consistent progress. It's about building momentum through small, consistent wins. Every completed task, no matter how small, reinforces your belief, strengthens your discipline, and brings you closer to your ultimate goal. This process builds self-trust and confidence, proving to yourself, daily, that you are capable of executing on your intentions. The practical plan of action also involves a system for tracking your progress. How will you measure your results? What metrics will you use to determine if you are on track? This objective feedback is crucial for making adjustments, celebrating milestones, and identifying areas that require more attention. Without a system for tracking, you're flying blind, relying on guesswork rather than data-driven decisions. This step transforms your desire from a wish into a project, complete with deadlines, deliverables, and performance indicators. The eighth crucial component, often the missing link for many, is decision. Not just any decision, but a firm, unwavering, and irrevocable decision to pursue your definite major purpose with unyielding resolve. This is the moment you burn the bridges, sever the escape routes, and commit completely to your path. It's the point of no return, where retreat is no longer an option. Most people waffle. They hover on the precipice of commitment, constantly weighing options, paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice. This indecision is a silent killer of dreams. It drains energy, breeds doubt, and keeps you tethered to the shore of potential, never daring to set sail into the vast ocean of opportunity. Think of Julius Caesar crossing the Rubicon. It was a definitive, irrevocable decision that set the course for his destiny and changed the history of Rome. There was no turning back. That kind of profound commitment, born of a decisive moment, unleashes an immense, often latent, power within you. It's the point where the universe conspires to assist you, because your unwavering resolve signals a clarity of intent that cannot be ignored. Once you make that definite decision, you free up an enormous amount of mental energy that was previously consumed by internal debate and uncertainty. This liberated energy can then be directed entirely towards action, innovation, and problem solving. This decision also sends a powerful signal to your subconscious mind, reinforcing your definite major purpose and intensifying your belief. It tells your inner world, unequivocally, that this is happening, that there is no alternative. This is not a decision based on whim, but one born from the deep conviction forged by your desire, your belief, and your clear vision. It's the conscious choice to embody your purpose, to live as if your success is not just possible, but inevitable. And once that decision is made, truly made, the entire universe seems to reorient itself to assist you in its manifestation. Obstacles begin to recede, opportunities begin to appear, and serendipitous connections emerge. The ninth vital element, an often underestimated force in the desire equation, is imagination. This isn't just about dreaming, it's about the deliberate, systematic use of your creative faculty to conceive new ideas, new solutions, and new pathways to achieve your definite major purpose. Imagination is the workshop of the mind, where raw inspiration is forged into practical plans, where the impossible is rendered possible, and where the future is actively constructed. There are two primary forms of imagination: synthetic imagination and creative imagination. Synthetic imagination is the ability to arrange old concepts, ideas, or plans into new combinations. Think of a chef combining existing ingredients in a novel way to create a new dish. This is where most innovation occurs, taking what already exists and reconfiguring it for greater effectiveness or a different purpose. Creative imagination, on the other hand, is the faculty through which finite man communicates with the infinite intelligence. It's the source of sudden flashes of insight, inspiration, and breakthroughs that seem to come from nowhere. This is the realm of true genius, where entirely new ideas or solutions emerge, often in moments of intense focus or profound relaxation. Both are crucial. Synthetic imagination allows you to refine your plans, optimize your strategies, and find innovative solutions to everyday challenges. It's the engine of continuous improvement. Creative imagination, however, is where the truly revolutionary ideas are born, where you tap into a higher source of wisdom and inspiration. To cultivate imagination, you must actively exercise it. Spend time each day visualizing your success in vivid detail. Challenge yourself to brainstorm new approaches to problems. Engage in activities that stimulate your mind outside of your immediate work, whether it's reading widely, engaging in creative hobbies, or simply allowing yourself time for quiet contemplation. The more you use your imagination, the stronger it becomes, and the more powerfully it contributes to your desire equation. It's the architect of your future, designing the reality you intend to inhabit. The 10th and intensely powerful component of the desire equation is the power of the subconscious mind and autosuggestion. This isn't a nebulous concept but a profound psychological principle that, when understood and applied, can literally reshape your reality. Your subconscious mind is the silent partner in your journey, the immense engine beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. It is the seat of your habits, your beliefs, your emotional responses, and the conduit through which your thoughts are translated into action and ultimately, into material reality. Unlike your conscious mind, which analyzes, reasons, and filters information, your subconscious mind is a non-judgmental receiver. It accepts as truth whatever thoughts and beliefs are consistently impressed upon it, regardless of whether those thoughts are positive or negative, empowering or limiting. If you constantly dwell on fears, limitations, and past failures, your subconscious will diligently work to manifest circumstances that reinforce those patterns. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy mechanism. Conversely, if you consistently, with emotion and conviction, impress upon your subconscious mind the vivid images and feelings of your definite major purpose, of your success, of your desired reality, it will begin to align all your internal resources and external circumstances to bring those desires into fruition. This is the essence of autosuggestion. It's the art and science of consciously feeding your subconscious mind with positive, empowering instructions. This is not simply repeating empty affirmations. It's about combining words with intense emotion and vivid mental imagery. When you state your definite major purpose, for example, I am now earning X amount of money by delivering to. You must simultaneously feel the emotion of having already achieved it. See the details, hear the sounds, experience the sensations. The more emotionally charged and vividly imagined your mental pictures, the more powerfully your subconscious mind responds. This practice, performed daily, especially upon waking and just before sleep when the subconscious mind is most receptive, literally reprograms your inner operating system. It dismantles old limiting beliefs and replaces them with empowering new ones. It builds an unshakable inner confidence that reverberates outward, influencing your actions, your interactions, and the opportunities that come your way. This is not magic, it's the systematic application of a profound psychological truth. Your subconscious mind is a powerful servant, but it requires clear, consistent, and emotionally charged instructions from its master, your conscious will fueled by desire. The 11th, and often most challenging, aspect of the desire equation is specialized knowledge and its organized application. In today's rapidly evolving world, generalized knowledge, while valuable, rarely leads to extraordinary achievement. It is the acquisition of specialized knowledge directly relevant to your definite major purpose, and your ability to effectively apply it, that truly sets you apart. This isn't about accumulating facts for their own sake. It's about strategic learning. Identify the specific knowledge gaps that exist between where you are now and where you need to be to achieve your goal. What skills are essential? What information is critical? What expertise do you need to develop or acquire? Think of the pioneers of any field, Steve Jobs in computing, Marie Curie in radioactivity, Elon Musk in electric vehicles and space exploration. They didn't just have a general understanding, they possessed deep, specialized knowledge within their respective domains. They spent countless hours studying, experimenting, and mastering the intricacies of their chosen fields. They became authorities, not just because of their innate intelligence, but because of their relentless pursuit and assimilation of highly specific information. This specialized knowledge can be acquired through formal education, self-study, mentorship, practical experience, or by collaborating with experts in your mastermind alliance. The key is to be an active, not passive, learner. Don't just consume information, analyze it, synthesize it, and most importantly, apply it. The value of knowledge lies not in its possession, but in its strategic implementation. Furthermore, this specialized knowledge must be continuously updated. The world doesn't stand still. What was cutting edge yesterday may be obsolete tomorrow. A commitment to lifelong learning within your specialized area ensures that you remain relevant, innovative, and at the forefront of your field. This constant expansion of your knowledge base fuels your imagination, refines your plan of action, and strengthens your belief in your capacity to achieve. It transforms you from a generalist into an authority, from an amateur into a master. The 12th and often overlooked, yet profoundly impactful, component of the desire equation is sexual transmutation. This is not about the crude or literal interpretation, but about understanding a fundamental truth of human energy. The creative, vital energy that manifests as the sexual urge is, in its purest form, one of the most powerful motivating forces known to humanity. When this energy is channeled, or transmuted, from its purely physical expression into other forms of creative endeavor, it becomes a catalyst for extraordinary achievement. Napoleon Hill observed that many individuals who achieve great success possess a highly developed capacity for feeling and expression, and that their achievements are often directly linked to their ability to redirect this powerful life force into their work, their vision, and their definite major purpose. This is not about suppression, but about redirection. It's about harnessing a potent, innate drive and consciously channeling it towards productive, purposeful ends. Think of the intense passion, the creative fire, the relentless drive that characterize individuals who are deeply engrossed in their work, who are truly in love with what they do. This is often the energy of sexual transmutation at play. It manifests as heightened enthusiasm, increased endurance, sharper focus, and an almost magnetic charisma that draws others to their vision. It's the profound desire to create, to build, to leave a lasting impact, fueled by the deepest wellspring of human energy. This transmutation expresses itself as passion, an intense, unwavering enthusiasm for your work. When you are truly passionate about your definite major purpose, work ceases to be a chore and becomes an exhilarating quest. This passion is infectious, it inspires others, attracts resources, and makes you virtually unstoppable. It provides an inexhaustible reservoir of energy, allowing you to persist through challenges that would overwhelm those driven by lesser forces. To cultivate this, understand that your creative energy is finite, but its expression is infinite. Consciously choose to channel that powerful, emotional energy into your work, your studies, your strategic planning, and your mastermind alliance. Let the intensity of your inner fire ignite your external actions. This is not about denying a part of yourself, but about elevating and expanding its expression, transforming raw energy into refined achievement. The 13th and final, yet omnipresent, element in the desire equation is the power of the mind, specifically its capacity for positive mental attitude. This isn't just a feel-good platitude, it's a fundamental operating principle of success. Your attitude, your prevailing mental state, acts as a powerful amplifier or dampener for all the other elements of the equation. A positive mental attitude is the belief that you can, and will, achieve your definite major purpose, regardless of current circumstances or external challenges. It's the unwavering conviction that every setback contains the seed of an equivalent or greater opportunity. It's the resilience to find lessons in failure, and the optimism to see possibilities where others see only problems. Conversely, a negative mental attitude, characterized by doubt, fear, self-pity, and cynicism, acts like a corrosive acid, eating away at your desire, paralyzing your action, and ultimately sabotaging your efforts. It creates a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure, as your internal state attracts external circumstances that confirm your negative beliefs. Developing a positive mental attitude is an active, conscious process. It involves guarding your mind against negative influences, whether they come from external sources like cynical news or pessimistic individuals, or from internal sources like self-criticism and limiting beliefs. It requires deliberately choosing optimism over pessimism, gratitude over complaint, and possibility over impossibility. This isn't about ignoring reality, it's about interpreting reality through an empowering lens. It's about focusing on solutions rather than problems, on progress rather than perfection, and on the inherent good in every situation. This internal shift transforms your energy, making you more resourceful, more resilient, and more attractive to opportunities and supportive individuals. Your attitude is a magnet, drawing to you reflections of your own prevailing thoughts and feelings. So, where does this leave us? We've dissected the desire equation, revealing its powerful, interconnected variables: desire itself, a burning, definite major purpose, belief, an unwavering conviction in your capacity, clarity of vision, a meticulously detailed plan, persistence, an unyielding resolve in the face of adversity, continuous learning, an insatiable appetite for knowledge and adaptation. The mastermind alliance, the synergistic power of collaboration, organized effort, the disciplined execution of your plan, decision, the irrevocable commitment. Imagination, the workshop of your future, the subconscious mind and auto-suggestion, the reprogramming of your inner world, specialized knowledge, the focused expertise. Sexual transmutation, the redirection of vital energy into creation, and finally, positive mental attitude, the prevailing force that amplifies all others. These aren't independent concepts to be picked and chosen. They are the intricate gears of a single, magnificent engine. When synchronized, when fueled by your intense, unwavering desire, they create a momentum so powerful it can bend reality to your will. This is the blueprint for extraordinary achievement, a timeless philosophy modernized for the digital age, yet rooted in the fundamental truths of human nature. The world waits not for your wishes, but for your demands. It doesn't yield to casual hopes, but to the unyielding force of a definite major purpose acted upon with unwavering conviction. The question is no longer can I, but will I? Will you step beyond the whispers of doubt, beyond the currents of conformity, and unleash the raw, untamed power of your desire? Will you commit to the equation, not just intellectually, but with every fiber of your being? The choice is yours. To drift with the prevailing current, or to become the master of your own voyage, charting a course towards a destiny forged by the white-hot intensity of your own desire. The fortune you seek is not hidden in some distant land, it resides within you, waiting to be unleashed by the power of this equation. Ignite the fire. Fuel your fortune. Your time is now.